time for your weekly dose of pop culture
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Yeah! 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 All right!
Stop screaming in my ear, please. Good Saturday night to you. It is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture here on the interwebs, streaming to you live from our site on Facebook, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, as well as our YouTube channel, coincidentally enough, named Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. I'm Kathy, along with my brother Kenny. We come to you from the North and South, me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey, to bring you a little slice of pop culture every Saturday night. And we've been rocking this throughout the pandemic. Thank you to those folks who join us every week here at Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. And I don't think I put it in the description because I didn't even do a description today. I've been packing, I've been busy. But if you will come back to this, and I should probably drop it in the comments. But for our hardcore listeners, our pop culture kids, our folks who are here every single week, if you will please DM me either on Instagram, actually I don't check the Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture Instagram as much as I should, but we do have an email address, popculturekids@kathyandkenny.com. And if you will send us your t-shirt size and address, I would love to be able to send you a Pop Culture Kid t-shirt absolutely free. I'm even going to pay the shipping because as you guys know, I am moving and I've been packing up stuff. I found this big old box of t-shirts, and so let me get the big old box. Kenny, you talk for a bit and I'll show them the big old box.
So so she has a big old box. She's moving. She's trying to get rid of all the shirts here and that we have here, and we would love to get one out. But this is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture on a Saturday night, broadcasting live, and we're going to be our broadcast is recorded and will play on Tuesday nights at 6:00 on 10 in the Indy 101.5 on Tuesday nights at 6:00. So, and she's got this big, for those on the radio listening and can't see, she's on the screen with this big box, and I don't understand. You can't sell tickets you can't sell numbers on the radio, but you can. Okay.
What? It's a big old box of t-shirts.
It's a big old box of t-shirts. She's got a big old box of t-shirts here.
And they say, Pop Culture Kid, one who knows music, movies, television, games, trivia, and stuff. So we want to share these with our community. So
so do me a favor too. When you get one of these shirts, and we also have these other shirts with me and Kathy on them as kids, and I'm crying and she's laughing, which means she probably did something to me. But if you want one of these shirts, we'll gladly send you one of these shirts. And then what we need you to do is, are they cotton? Are they cotton, Kat? I'm pretty sure they're cotton. Are they cotton?
I think they are cotton. They might be 50.
Scooby Life wants to know if they're cotton. And if you would, when we send you these shirts, take a picture of yourself in these shirts and send us the picture of you in the shirt so we can post it on our site and everything else, and we can show who the pop culture kids are. So we will definitely send you a shirt. So in any event, tonight's show,
100% cotton.
100% cotton, Scooby Life.
Yeah. This is a oh wow, this is a big one. This is a 3X. Woo. Uh-oh. It's not in focus.
Okay. So
okay. All right. That's a 3X, but that's the Pop Culture Kids t-shirt. And again, for our regular folks who are with us and rocking it every single Saturday, we'd love to just send you one of those for free. For the folks who might be listening and checking us out on Indie 101.5, we will have a link in our description if you visit Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. And for those folks, if you're interested in getting a shirt, we'll probably ask you to pay the shipping and handling. I'm gonna do it for our regulars. Well, I know Ed already has his shirt, but if he wants another one, I'll get one out to him. Steve, we want to get a shirt out to him as well. Aubrey and I'm sorry,
Kirsten.
Audrey, Kristen, and Scooby Life, definitely. Kirsten
and Scooby Life. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we want to hook the crew up. Hey Archer actually brought a shirt, one of the white sweatshirts, but I'd love to get him. And I might actually have his address. I just need to know what size he needs. I might need to
we have a comment.
I think they are a little big.
Okay. Scooby Life wants to know if they run through the size. They don't have red Scooby Life. They don't run at all.
My brother has jokes anyway. Cello, Ed Brown, and thank you again, Ed Brown. Ed Brown was holding it down last week because Kenny couldn't be here. He had an event that he was at, and Ed Brown did an excellent job. Check out Ed's 80s page. It's full of 80s music memories and all kinds of 80s stuff people post in that Facebook group. But please go over there and check it out if you can. Dad jokes. Definitely some dad jokes. I think
I was at a festival. I was at a festival last week.
A little big. I will say that.
Oh, Kirsten, you didn't do anything wrong with send Kathy your information so she can send you one of our pop culture shirts.
You can send DM me on K-Walk Comedy on Instagram, on IG. It's K-Walk Comedy, or I can't even type it in the thing correctly.
Kirsten, you're gonna see me. Yeah, you're gonna see me, Kirsten. Don't get the information to me because I'm not the one that. No, I'm not gonna do that. Let me tell you, I was at this festival last week and look what I got. Look at these rings I got. Look at these rings. These nice little rings I got at the festival.
Nice.
I was at, yeah.
See, you know how I feel about rings. I don't have my magic rings on. I think I packed them away as I've been packing away so much of my stuff. Now I don't have my mystical magical rings.
Okay, we're gonna get on with our show. We're gonna get on with our show, and what we're talking about before, real quick. I have Kirsten on here now, and we were texting earlier, and a real funny story because she just moved, and she asked me to help her come put something together. She goes, I don't know if you're handy or not, but could you come help me? And I said, I'm a poet, but I will gladly come over with my Black Panther tools to help you out. Because I have a Black Panther tool set.
No, you don't. I know you have the sheets, the underwear, the socks, just like everything Marvel, comic book, whatever, but a Black Panther toolkit.
And they're real tools. They're real tools. Yeah. And there's a little drill and everything else. It's
for fighting real crime and other things.
Yeah. I have a Black Panther tool set. So yes, I'm very proud of that.
And that's so sad. I know you're coming down to help me with my move and our parents pack up as well. But how many times have you moved?
Why we gotta talk about that?
I was just like an estimate because I was saying Kenny would know what to do because I mean they're packing all willy-nilly and there's boxes all over the place. I don't know. If I take you off the screen, you can actually see I got boxes over here. I don't know if I'm pointing right. All over.
I realize
moving mayhem.
I realize when I come, I have my work cut out for me, and I hope people listen to what I have to say. Because if anybody knows how to move, it's me, the modern day nomad. I know how to move. So
yeah. So,
but going on
but
to our topic. Our
speaking of
pop
moving,
culture
let's move on to our pop culture topic for
is
tonight.
well, tonight we're going to talk about 10 celebrity urban myths.
Ah, urban
10
myth.
celebrity urban myths. And there's a lot of myths I wanted to do, but I couldn't do because we try to keep it rated PG. And there's some myths I have here. And but I'm gonna go start at the top and go to the bottom because I think the last one is one of the greatest myths of all. So I'm gonna start at the top with Marilyn Monroe. This is now it's not about when she died and who killed her, because that was a conspiracy theory all in itself, and it kind of tied into like how Bob Marley passed away also, because the CIA is responsible for killing everybody. About
The CIA, well, did the
Marilyn Monroe.
CIA kill Natalie Wood? Because I contend it was her husband and Christopher Walken. They were
CIA
in on it
killed.
together.
Well, it's they killed King, Malcolm, Marley, and Marilyn, according to conspiracy theories.
Okay, because you're making them sound like way competent than I think, even for them. But okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, back in those days, was thought to be a heavy woman, that she was a size 16. But in actuality, that's a myth. She was actually about what we would call today a size 4 or 6.
Oh wow. Which,
So
I don't, even in today's terms for Hollywood, that would be considered fat, because some of those folks are like zeros and twos.
yeah, I know.
And,
I don't understand it.
just like ridiculous. Well, no, it's not a thing of understanding. It's this whole, I don't know, not myth that gets perpetuated, but just these images of women that get perpetuated that just aren't real and aren't real life. I didn't realize that. See, I would think people would have thought she was much smaller than she was, but I guess, they say the camera adds 10 pounds. In my case, I'm going to say it adds a good 50, because I'm so thin you could hardly even see me in my mind. Pre-COVID, back when I was losing weight.
So
anyway,
the second one we're gonna go. We got 10 here. The second one
Okay.
we're gonna get to is Brad Pitt cheated on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie, which is false. There was no cheating going on. No, there was no cheat. Even Angela, even Jennifer Aniston said there was no cheating going on. That they broke up amicably.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
then-
gonna. You know what?
Well, I knew you were gonna have something to say about this. I knew you were gonna have something to say about this.
I'm calling. BS. BS. Shut the front door. Yeah.
So
No
even
shot.
even Jennifer Aniston said there was no cheating that was done. They just amicably broke up, and he went with her.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry. They were making that movie. Even if they didn't consummate the relation. Oh no! Wait. Stop. Slow your roll. Even maybe they physically didn't hook up before he divorced. But if they're on that set and having those scenes and making all the motions otherwise and communicating, I'm sorry, that's just as bad as cheating. Okay, you know what?
They're actors. That's their job.
That's not we were on a break moment. They weren't on a break. He was still married to Jennifer Aniston. There was no break.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry. I think you're wrong on that one. You know what?
It's a myth.
Hey, Scooby Life agrees with me. See, there's photos of them holding hands outside the set. You know what? Exactly. Jennifer, she's just trying to save face, so it doesn't look like Angelina Jolie came in and took her man. So
we're going to agree to disagree. We're going to agree to disagree on this, and we're going to move to the next one. Jane Mansfield. Okay, so the big thing is that she was in a car accident. And they were saying how in the car accident she got beheaded in the car accident, but that's not true. She did not get beheaded. What happened was she had a wig on her head, and the wig fell off. And somebody saw the wig and thought that she was beheaded, when actually the wig fell off and she was not beheaded. The EMT that worked on her said, the guy in the ambulance that worked on her said that she was Her body was fully intact. She just passed away from the accident.
Oh, okay. And you know whose mother she was?
Who?
She has a famous celebrity daughter. You don't know?
Oh,
We're gonna snatch your pop credit card. Your pop credit card.
no.
Your pop
It's the
culture
lady
card
from
again.
it's the lady from that TV show with Ice-T in it.
Mariska Hargitay from Special Victims Unit,
Yeah,
SVU.
her.
Yeah, right. That's her mother. But Jane Mansfield, and again, that whole rumor had surfaced. And that's because again, back in the day when they had like celebrities and they had you think the paparazzi was bad now, but I'm sure back then, somebody took a picture and all they saw was that wig in the windowsill. Yeah, of course they're going to have this whole urban myth or urban legend about, yes, she was, decapitated or so. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, Marissa, what a awesome family line. And actually you could see it in like her bone structure, because her father was like a world-class weightlifter. I can't think of his name now right now, but he was married to Jane Mansfield.
Yes.
But yeah, not beheaded as it is so widely believed. You skipped one, Kenny. You skipped the 3.
Oh, I'm
Walt
sorry.
Disney?
Okay, number 3.
That's another one that I've always
The big myth is that Walt Disney is chronologically frozen under the castle in Walt Disney World, which is not true. He was cremated. The man is dead. He's not coming back. He was cremated. And if you carry Walt Disney back now, because if you brought Walt Disney back now, he would kill himself if he found out how integrated Walt Disney is now, and Disney itself is now. He found out there was a black princess, he would probably shoot himself anyway. So that's a little fact about Walt Disney. He didn't like people of color that much. And
so he wasn't as woke as I guess they're saying Disney is now.
Yeah, no, he wasn't as woke as Disney now. He's like, there's a black princess. Little Mermaid's black. Oh my God, what are you doing? No, he would flip a switch. So, but Walt Disney was when he passed away, he was cremated, and he's in a cemetery. His ashes are buried in the cemetery, one of those famous cemeteries.
Wait, why would you bury ashes? I thought usually you.
I don't know. I don't know. They place the ashes in a crematory. I don't know. The ashes are somewhere in a famous.
So they're not at Disney.
He's not at Disney at all. No.
Disneyland.
No.
Disney World.
Nope.
No Disney. Mm-mm. Oh.
He's somewhere in California, but not at Disney.
Vic Morrow was decapitated while Phil. Wow, Ed, talk about bringing. And I actually remember when this happened.
Decapitation thing.
From the helicopter, that helicopter accident. I think it killed him, and because he was supposed to be carrying 2 kids, I think, across in a scene. And I remember that. I remember that news story.
Yeah, I remember that happened. Yeah.
Now, speaking of cremated, I'm just, and I know you're chugging through the list, but I'm just curious to know, what are your feelings on cremation? Would you do it?
Oh, cremate me.
Really?
Do not put my body. My kids all know not to put my body in a box. George, Justine, Kiana, Mackenzie, Olivia, even my 2 best friends, Mike and Beth, they know that said, you guys put me in a box and bury me, I will haunt every last one of you guys. Cremate me. I don't care what you do with the ashes. Cremate me, though. I'm that claustrophobic. Do not put me in a box. Even my dead body. I'm good. Cremate
me. You're going to be dead.
No, cremate me. The kids all know it. If I die tomorrow and you guys and you, mommy, daddy, come up here and try to bury me, all the kids will fight you on that. Okay. They will fight you on that. They will be like, no, he did not want to be buried.
Okay, this is in your will?
I don't have a will, but they made me.
Okay. Then you better put that in writing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if I die tomorrow, you put me in a box, Kathy, I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna haunt you.
Fine. I'm not touching you. Oh, okay.
All right. So next, what we're looking at.
Okay,
let
you
me
know what?
put that
Before we
list.
go on, I'm gonna pause for the cause just a moment while I kind of process that because that's just a lot of information. And once again, thank you guys for hanging out. Please be sure to contact me on IG, direct message me, K Walk Comedy, to let me know your size and your address information, which I will not be sharing with anybody, just the post office, to get you out a Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture t-shirt. You can support the show. You don't have to. The t-shirts, I'm doing that. I'm just doing that because that's how we roll. I'm moving, I'm cleaning up, and I want to share those shirts with you guys because you listen and you're here and hanging out with us on a Saturday night. But if you want to support the show, you can always do that. Buy me a coffee. That link will feature that in the description as well. And if you miss a Saturday or want to check us out, you can on Tuesday nights from 6 to 7. We can be heard on Indie 101.5. I know it is broadcast in Atlanta and in Chicago, but it is also on Indie 101.5 in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area. Because again, we broadcast from the North and the South, North Carolina, South Jersey. So again, we just appreciate you guys for always hanging out. So I'm sorry, I was doing the promos. There you go.
Okay. All right.
And of
All
course,
right.
there's one way you can support us that costs you not a dime, and it's clicking that like button if you're watching us on Facebook, giving us that thumbs up, or subscribing to our new channel, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture on
And share
YouTube.
us. Share us with your friends and tell a friend about us. And then they can come listen. And then y'all can listen together. Hey, you can even have a listening party. All of you guys sitting together to listen to us. Just one Saturday night and having some drink.
Okay, you're freaking me out. Dial it back and let's finish with the list. Okay. All right. So we're talking all things celebrity, urban myths tonight on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. And next on the list.
Next on the list is the fact that apparently it let out that Jennifer Lopez has a $1 billion insurance policy on her booty.
Yeah, I've heard that urban myth before.
And Jennifer Lopez said, I don't even know how you would do something like that. That's just not even possible. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Well, no, aren't there celebrities or people like who have like body part, like if it's a specific body part that's like key to their their wealth or to their success, don't they insure it?
Yeah, I mean, her booty's
Like,
okay. It's all right.
Wouldn't a football player kind of insure his arms? Can't they do that?
No, that's not how it works. Her booty's okay. It's not spectacular. Jennifer Lopez, all right.
Hey, it was enough to get her, you know, that kind of a rumor. Who knows? You know what?
I'm not impressed.
In our celebrity culture of this like current era that's kind of way out of control, who knows if it wasn't people from Jennifer, I was about to say Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez's own team that perpetuated this urban myth. You know, because sometimes I think people put things out there because it does bring attention to them, negative attention, positive attention, just so that they can sell their record, their album, their movie.
Just to prove that point, I'm gonna tell you something that didn't make my list. It's an honorable mention, but one of the urban myths was that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce with Rihanna.
Okay,
that was one of the urban myths that was going around.
And is that why her sister beat him up in the elevator?
No. Let me finish.
Okay.
It was proven. It was proven as a myth because somebody on Rihanna's team started the rumor to give Rihanna some play, some publicity. So some of these rumors get started on purpose. And there's another rumor on here that I'm gonna tell you that it's kind of like another suspicion that somebody else started the rumor for a different reason. So, but let me get on with this list.
Okay, get on with the list.
Marilyn Manson was Paul Pfeiffer on the Wonder Years. Which in actuality, everybody thought that Marilyn Manson, the kid that played Paul Pfeiffer, his best friend on the Wonder Years, everybody thought he grew up to be Marilyn Manson because they look similar. But in actuality, that actor was Josh Savino, and they're not the same people.
Okay, two different people.
They look a lot. They look a little bit like.
I've heard that rumor before, or yeah, I've heard that said. Yeah, I've heard that.
And everybody's like, how that kid
Evidently,
grew up to be
Marilyn
Marilyn
Manson is
Manson?
not a child actor.
Yeah. And how that kid grew up to be Marilyn Manson? But no, it's not true. It's not the same guy. So,
But sounds like a good story.
I don't know if I could be in the same room with Marilyn Manson. He kind of really creeps me out.
He's a little intense.
Yeah, he kind of. I don't know if I could be in the same room with Marilyn Manson. I don't. When I become a celebrity,
without the makeup on or whatever, and without the persona, I don't know whether you probably could be in a room with him and not even realize it.
Not even realize it. Yeah, this is true. So the next we have Mama Cass.
Celebrity urban myths.
Yes.
Mama Cass.
Mama Cass. So the big rumor is that Mama Cass died from choking on a ham sandwich.
Yeah, I've heard that. She didn't
die.
A lot
of that was probably because of her weight and her size. In actuality, Mama Cass died from heart disease. So she had a heart attack, I believe.
But was she eating that sandwich when she had the heart attack?
There was no sandwich involved. See, there
Are you
go.
Sure?
This is how rumors start. There was no sandwich involved.
So you mean I haven't eaten a ham sandwich, ever because I'm afraid of dying? And meanwhile, it's just
Kathy, you know what? That's the same as you flying in a small airplane. You are not Buddy Holly. Okay, let it go. Let it go.
I know. If I'm a singer, I would not be wanting to fly.
We have a comment on our live link. I thought it was Scooby Life says I thought it was chicken. No, it was a ham sandwich. I remember distinctly it was a ham sandwich, and she did not die from a ham sandwich. Very mean.
I thought it was a chicken bone.
No, I thought I heard it was a ham sandwich.
Oh, okay. I heard it was a chicken bone, but maybe okay. But in any case, it's all rumor and speculation. But there is no rumor or speculation. Robert Wagner killed Natalie Wood.
See, there you go. That's a myth.
Just to cover up the affair he was having with Christopher Walken. That's my whole theory.
Wait. You think Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken were having an affair?
Yeah. She walked in on him and then
died. Yeah. She found out about it.
Yeah, and they tossed her off the boat because they knew she was afraid of water and couldn't swim. Okay. Yeah, that's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
No, that's not it. I don't see Christopher Walken being
not
gay.
Right there. That whole thing is
I don't see Christopher Walken being gay. That's a stretch for me.
I might not be, but something was going on. Something was happening there.
So
he was involved.
What we have, and this is all borderline. This is all borderline on PG right here.
Oh, whoa! Can we stop the boat because I'm just reading the comments, and Scooby Life agrees with me because
I know. Scooby Life agrees with you. I know. I get it. Scooby Life agree. I get it.
I'm just saying.
All right. That says a lot about you. I'm just saying. Not saying. Just saying. Go ahead. Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Oh, I've heard this one. I've heard this. Actually, this rumor I heard about a local newscaster in the Philadelphia area when
Jerry
we were growing up. Jerry Pinnacle. There you go. Go ahead.
In the Philadelphia area. But Richard Gere had a gerbil removed from his rear end.
Ouch.
And this is not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I'm like, that's the sound that your body makes when a gerbil comes out.
Wow. Really? Is that?
I'm sorry. I'm in a weird place. I've been packing and unpacking and I'm just. Oh, what was that? All right,
do it one more time. No, this is Richard Gere. Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
I'm gonna smack
Do it one more time.
myself in
Look,
the
this
face
is
for that.
my
That's just bad.
impersonation. Oh, this is my impersonation of Richard Gere. Do it one more time. Ow!
There you go. All right. let's
So
let's
it's not
get on
true.
to get on. Okay, it's not.
It's not true. But one of the other rumors is that Sylvester Stallone started that rumor because he didn't like Richard Gere and he was jealous because they were coming up at the same time, and he wanted to impede on his career. So he started this rumor about Richard Gere, and then Sylvester Stallone started that rumor on purpose to hurt his career.
Oh wow, that's a long way to go.
Yeah. So that was the other rumor on top of that. So,
But
but it was
on
now
the
it was
Scooby Life, it must have worked because it did set his career back.
yes.
That's
Well,
just
did it really?
well. I think he survived. I know he came on strong with like American Gigolo, but then there is nothing better than Richard Gere in the white suit coming to the factory, an officer and a gentleman.
Oh boy.
It doesn't get much better than that. I'm just
I
sorry.
didn't like
Oh, please
Officer and
tell me
Gentleman
you.
much. I didn't
you
like Officer and Gentleman as much as everybody else did.
oh,
It's
I
okay.
enjoyed it.
It was okay. It was all right.
Anyway.
I didn't like his love interest. He could have did better.
Oh, I thought Deborah Winger was great.
Yeah, he could have in that movie for that time. He could have upgraded to a better woman than Deborah Winger.
No, I disagree. And I'm gonna push back against those people. Oh, she's difficult to work with, all this other crap. It's just crap. Deborah Winger is awesome. If you need proof, you need to watch Officer and a Gentleman. You need to watch Terms of Endearment. She is awesome. And yeah, yeah.
What'd you think of Deborah Winger and Urban Cowboy?
I wasn't crazy about Urban Cowboy. I might have seen it once, and I don't even know whether I got through the whole thing. Because I was over that whole mechanical bully kind of, that whole thing just didn't work for me. And I know it was big in like the late 80s, early 90s, whenever that movie came out, but not my jam. Sorry.
So
pass.
So the ninth one we have is something I just threw in there, and I should do something else in there. But this is a good one though, because I found this. I don't know how this rumor started, and I found it very hard to believe.
I've never heard
Megan Fox. Megan Fox was born a man.
Megan Fox was born a man. Is a man, baby. I never heard that rumor, and
I don't think I've heard that rumor. But if Megan Fox is born a man, what I am now is Penny from Good Times. No, I'm not a big Megan Fox fan. Her acting does fall flat, and she's alright.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether there's a role I've seen her in that kind of elevates, to me in my mind. But I could be wrong. Maybe she has done her Hallmark movie that, sets her apart.
Name one good movie that Megan Fox acted in. Oh my God, that acting was just like award material. No, you can't name one.
You can't do it.
Name one.
I know,
so, and that acting does fall flat. To me, she's all right. Look, I don't know. Everybody says she's beautiful, but she's damn sure not a man. So let's get that away. Let's get that away. Okay. So, yeah. So now our last one, I say this one for last because this is a rumor. This is a myth and a rumor that's over 50 years old.
Okay.
This one is over 50 years old. And there's some people that still believe in this myth.
Wow.
Paul McCartney is dead.
But he's one of the only two that's still living.
I know, but back in the day, because in the cover of Abbey Road, Paul walking, everybody else had shoes on, and Paul McCartney had no shoes on, and he had this own song, and he was the Walrus, and the Walrus was supposed to be dead or whatever. Everybody assumed that Paul McCartney died in a car accident of some sort, and the person they got a lookalike to act like Paul McCartney. So the guy we know now as Paul McCartney is not the original Paul McCartney, but a lookalike.
That's a long way to go.
Yeah, you never heard that rumor before?
I heard the rumor, but yeah, that's just
Yeah, I researched the whole thing, and actually I researched this a while ago, the story a while ago because it just I run across different movies and different sites, and I wound up reading the backstories and researching things, especially when I hear about musicians and old musicians. You know, there's a lot of times, like one time I researched Paul Mooney. No, it was Dick Gregory who tried to say that the Oscars was originally named after a black filmmaker, a silent filmmaker.
Oscar Micheaux?
Yeah, Oscar Micheaux. He said that's where the Oscars came from. That's where the Oscars came from. When I looked into it, they said that's not where it came from. It came from something else. So we don't know. It could be Oscar Micheaux, could not. But I researched the life of Oscar Micheaux, and I actually was able to find one of his movies streaming, one of his silent movies streaming online. And I watched the silent movie that Oscar Micheaux did. And one of the things about Oscar Micheaux was, and see, there's Paul McCartney. He's the only one that's barefoot. And he said because he's the only one barefoot, he's walking close to the ground, and that means that he was secretly deceased.
Okay.
That's what they came up with, the fact that, and then some story went down that he was in a car accident and he was secretly deceased, and that they got a lookalike to be Paul.
Okay.
Because they didn't think at the time it was the height of their career, they didn't think the fans could handle Paul McCartney being dead.
Wow. So, and this lookalike has been creating music as Paul McCartney for the last, what, 50 years?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
that is the myth.
You got to go down a really, really tight rabbit hole to come up with some of these conspiracy theories and believe on them and follow them.
Oh, Alice.
Although I am right about my Natalie Wood theory.
Alice, I followed the rabbit down the hole, Alice, and it was a long hole indeed.
Okay, yes. Mad Hatter, tell me what did the hole tell you?
No, I followed it down, like they were saying how, like the manager made it like Paul McCartney died. They tried to keep it a secret, and they got somebody that looked exactly like him, and told him how to be him, and he just took over Paul McCartney's life.
That's some like Dave level. You ever see
and
that
they
movie,
say, they say they make hints. They make hints in some of their songs that Paul McCartney's actually dead.
That it's in the songs.
Then it was the songs. If you play them backwards, then you hear that Paul is dead. Paul is dead.
You really did go swimming down this rabbit
hole. I went deep.
You went deep.
I went deep.
Oh my gosh! So this guy's been walking. So Michael Jackson didn't do those songs with Paul McCartney, "Say," and "The Girl Is Mine."
Ebony and Ivory. Stevie probably wrote the whole thing and had to stand and come in for him. That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
Yep, that's the myth. That's not really Paul. That's not really the original Paul McCartney.
Wow.
I guess only Linda knew. Well, no, only person that probably knows now is that's alive is Ringo.
Ringo's the only one who's
unless Yoko Ono knows.
Oh, Yoko might know.
Yoko might know. Ringo might know, and that's about it.
That's
so, but yeah, and it's a song. I Am the Walrus, and they say the Walrus is dead. I forget the song. I'm not like I don't know all. I know a lot of Beatles songs. I don't know them all. I know certain Beatles songs that I love, but they say, and I love one of my favorite musicals, The Universe. I love that musical.
Oh, across the
If you ever
universe.
get a chance to watch something, there's a musical based on the Beatles music called Across the Universe that was set during the Vietnam War, and it is a really good movie to see. And one of the best scenes out of this is when they do the song "Let It Be." When they do the song "Let It Be," oh my God, it's great. And when they do the song "When My Guitar Gently Weeps," and
Oh, I love that song.
the musical arrangements that they do, because I like, for when I had my bands, I like to change musical arrangements on songs to make it my own. When we had to do cover songs, and the musical arrangement they did on "Come Together" was, and "By with the Help of My Friends." Oh my God, it was great. So,
What was that more recent? Wasn't there a recent movie that featured the music of the Beatles with the guy who, excuse me, he got into a bicycle accident, and when he woke up in the hospital, nobody knew who the Beatles were. So he took over all their songs,
yeah,
and he
I think I heard of that movie. I've never seen it.
a big star. And it was funny because when he was realizing that people didn't know who the Beatles were, he starts Googling Beatles and, nothing comes up, and just, a picture of a bug or whatever. And then he starts Googling Oasis. And again, there's no Oasis, the band, because you probably wouldn't have had Oasis had it not been for, like, Beatles, because basically, if you listen to their music, it's heavily influenced by the Beatles.
I never listened to the Oasis.
Uh, you've never listened to Oasis?
I've never listened to. I don't think I have.
Oh my God. What's the story? Morning Glory. I think that might have been their second album, if not their first. What's the story? Morning Glory. That album was so a part of my 90s. I not only had the CD version, I also had the mini CD, because there was a time when there were these it was almost like a mini CD player. I actually still have it. As I'm packing up, I'm finding all this old junk. And I realized it must have been during the 90s, because I only brought 3 CDs, and they were Fiona Apple, Pearl Jam's 10, and Oasis, What's the Story? Morning Glory. That is, yes, Scooby Life. You are right. Oasis
I'm
is
gonna I'm gonna
fire.
I'm gonna listen to some Oasis, and if I don't like it when I come down there next weekend, I'm gonna smack you.
Hey, you've never heard Champagne Supernova?
I don't think I have.
OMG.
Oh boy.
Champagne, oh, my goodness. But What's the Story? Morning Glory. That whole album, I think I must have listened to it. Ad nauseum, and it was just good. You know what I heard the other day, and it took me back?
What?
You remember Cult of Personality?
Yeah,
I'm the cult of Living Color.
Living Color.
Which, yes.
My favorite Living Color song is Glamour Boys.
Um, no, my favorite was oh gosh.
You say Living Color and you say Cult of Personality, everybody knows that.
Well,
But
yeah,
Glamour
Cult
Boys, I love Glamour Boys.
Glamour
Glamour
Boys
Boys
was
is
good.
bump,
But there was
bump, bump,
another one
bump,
on
bump,
that
bump.
album. Um, I can't think of it now. Um, Gosh, I'm gonna look it up to see if I can think of if I can Wikipedia the song real quick. But on that album, What's the Story? Morning Glory. There are a couple great tunes, because Champagne Supernova, that's the hit. Everybody knows that. But Don't Look Back in Anger, Hey Now, Wonderwall. It was also a hit. But there's some, I would say, bangers on that album. And evidently vinyl was a 4-piece set. I just had the CD and the mini DVD. But yeah, that's classic. So you need to pull that up on your little Spotify thing there, and jam out to that, because that's well worth it. Well worth it. Um Vivid was that first Living Color album. Uh yeah, that was
Now, now, now we're talking about it. our next week's show
Mhm.
should be about movies where people have to move.
I was about to say it. I smell a whole theme coming on because
Yes.
hopefully, if things work out. Oh, you know what the song I was trying to think of? Memories Can't Wait from that, and also Open Letter to a Landlord. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that.
Some Oasis,
Not no. I'm sorry. I was naming songs from Living Color.
Living Color.
From
Okay.
that album Vivid, because I loved Vivid. Open Letter to a You could tear a building down, but you can't erase a memory. Oh, okay. You know what? We got to wrap this up because I got to go and listen to some Living Color.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
What's your
All right,
favorite color, baby? Living Color. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
I don't care.
So-
You know what? For some Living Color, give me this copyright strike. I don't care. Open Letter to a Landlord. That's probably the best song on that album, in my humble opinion, which is the only opinion because I know these things. I'm a pop culture kid. I know music. I know
What do you
movies.
think? What do you think
I know
about the
90s.
bearded with the beaded beard? What do you think?
You know what? I left it as a no comment, and now you're going to make me comment on it. Okay. Oh, it's lovely. I think it's a really okay. I think it's perfect, and that's how I actually feel about it.
You know what? I was out last night and I got some compliments on it, so I don't care what you say.
No. Okay.
You're
know what?
L7 square anyway. You're L7 square, man.
I'm L7 square, dude. All right. You rock
L7
your
square.
your braided, bearded,
Yeah, I'm busting out with the
beaded
funk.
beard.
You're L7 square. I'm busting out with the funk, and you're L7 square.
All right. Well, you keep busting out with that funk. We are going to bust out of here. Want to thank everyone for hanging out with us on yet another Saturday night. It's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We are here for you every Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the YouTubicals. And you can also catch the replay Tuesday nights. It's 6 to 7. Is that correct? Our time slot,
Yes.
6 to 7 on Indie 101.5. We will see you. Hopefully, Kenny, if things work out, I hope that the internet will be installed that Saturday morning. And since you're coming down, we might be able to broadcast. It might be rough.
Out of the new house? Nice.
Out of the new house. We might have to do it from the furniture won't be coming till Monday. So we might have to do it from
we can do it from the counter, from the kitchen counter.
For the kitchen, we might have to do it from the kitchen counter. So you know
Okay.
what? We'll throw a couple of the counter table chairs into the van and take those over.
Yeah.
So we'll do it from the kitchen counter.
There you go.
If the internet gets set up, if the internet doesn't
go. When I come down south, just take me get some soul food. Because one time I went down there, mommy and daddy took me to a deli. Like, don't go down south. I can go to deli up here in Jersey. Don't go to deli. I want soul food. I'm in the south.
Well, we'll probably. Well, no. If you put in the work, if you help get some of this stuff boxed up, then we will definitely go to we'll go to the farmhouse. They have some pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I'm putting in the work, but I just want all the pork and beef and barbecue that they got down there. That's all I want.
All right, we'll work on it.
All right,
we'll work on it.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Please tell a friend. Come back. God bless you.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things. Peace.
Peace. God bless you. Keep living.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.